Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, it's going to be a little different. I'm going to be cooking. I never did a video cooking, not even for like TikTok, so this is new. But I'm making loaded shrimp baked potatoes. This is my first time making this meal, so I'm following a recipe. So if you see me keep looking this way, that's what I'm looking at. But we're gonna get started, and yeah, I'm excited. The first thing that I have to do is wash the shrimp and wash the potatoes, and then put them in the oven. So let's get started. Here I'm just cleaning the potatoes, making sure they're ready for me to oil them and put them in the oven. Washing the shrimp, making sure they're nice and clean. We're gonna clean them with some vinegar and also pour a bit of lime juice over them. So the next thing I'm going to do is preheat the oven. In the meantime, while the oven is preheating, I'm going to put some vegetable oil on the potatoes, poke holes in them, and then wrap them in foil. And then I'm going to pop them in the oven. Then we'll work on the shrimp. Alright guys, so now all I'm doing is placing these potatoes on the baking sheet. Doesn't really matter how you place them because they're in foil anyway. So I'm just place them now. Now I'm gonna pop them into the oven. So guys, I'm gonna put the bake time to 30 minutes. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oops. Yeah. Alright guys, so next we're gonna cut up these vegetables. So I'm gonna start off with the onion. Onion is one of the easiest ones to cut.
Put me up, P. Corners in the paddock, get my piece. A push a P. Cop new hammers for my piece. We don't want no peace. Got a spot at puff spot. Jet for peace. Drop the data, now we plot inside the peas. She not a lesbian for peace. She turned lesbian. Push a P. Push a P. On capital P, I write the president, count presidents. Push a P. Portuguese on her knees, mopping down a P. She let me squeeze and she leave, cause she keep a P. Private suite, privacy, jump pushing P. Purple paint, pink, push a P. 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 Yeah. Push a P. Push a P.
Next we're gonna do our pepper.
Pop a P. I'm paranoid, I can't sleep, my pockets deep. Got rest on me, why they watching me? I'm push a P, push a P, push a P, push a P. Yeah. Touch it, bunch of pink and okay.
Oh, my little garlic cloves got mixed up. So I'm gonna peel this part off the clove.
She ain't vanilla for me, she's simply porcelain. I never saw ops, now we finally touched it. She ready to get in the streets for me, no questions. Ain't too rich to text, I let my shorty forward it. Take the P at the alphabets, try to sort it. I'm pushing P, pushing P, I'm pushing P, pushing P, I'm pushing P, pushing P, pushing P, pushing P, pushing P, yeah.
So next I'm gonna take my shrimp, and I'm going to break them in a little bit of vinegar and season them up. Pour the vinegar over the shrimp. Just a little bit, not too much. And then I'm gonna put lime juice. I'm just gonna make sure all the shrimp get some of this nice juice on it so I could take to the seasoning. This is the onion powder. And put garlic powder. Lemon pepper. I'm just gonna have to shake it over top. Asian, and then the Old Bay. No. Crushed red pepper. I'm gonna let that sit. And I'm gonna put a little bit of oil. So y'all remember that oil that I had on the potatoes. I'm just gonna put a little bit of that into the shrimp, so you don't wanna waste it. And then I'm gonna put some of the minced garlic into the shrimp. I'm gonna take a pinch, sprinkle it over, a little bit more, sprinkle it over, and mix. So our shrimp is seasoned. Now I'm going to butter the pan for the shrimp to fry down. I know that really looks like a lot of butter, but it ended up frying out the pan anyway, and then I had to switch to a bigger pan, so don't worry. As y'all can see, here is where I switched the pan to a bigger pan, and then I put the stove on higher heat because it was taking a while for the pan to heat up. At this point, the whole house was smelling like Old Bay and garlic. Everybody was hungry. The potatoes were done out of the oven. So here you're looking at me take the foil off of them, and I am going to now cut the tops off of the potatoes and spoon out the actual potato into the glass bowl. So brief intermission, the shrimp was done, and I had now put the rest of the garlic, the onions, and the sweet peppers into the pan. They were frying down, and we're going back over to the potatoes. That's how far I got. It was kind of a struggle because it was only a little bit of potato, and then some of the potatoes kept breaking. But now we're back to spooning out the potato and just putting it into that bowl. Later on, y'all are gonna see me mash in a few things into the potato, but y'all, we're gonna get there. Alright, so I'm adding some lime juice. This is going to be our sauce for the Parmesan to go on top of part of our potatoes. Y'all will see when I plate, but I'm adding a bit of Cajun hair and I'm shaking in some parsley flakes. Okay, so I'm shaking in a lot of parsley flakes actually, but it didn't really overkill the sauce, so it's all good. Here I'm just mixing so we get all that seasoning into our onions and sweet peppers, and we have a little bit of garlic in there too. And in a minute I'm about to be adding some milk because it's a sauce, it has to be creamy, and I'm using almond milk here because I didn't purchase any cream, but the almond milk was just as good. It really tasted really good. I just need y'all to appreciate how beautifully this is coming together. Like, you could see all the seasoning, you could see all the parsley flakes. It just looked really good. But now we're heading back over to the potato section. So all of them are already spooned out, and then I have the potato in the bowl. I'm adding a little chunk of cream cheese, and then I'm gonna add Parmesan, and we're gonna just fork them all together, mash them together really, really good. And y'all will see. I'm adding some Cajun seasoning to this mixture, and I also added a little bit of Old Bay. I was trying to remember, y'all, sorry, excuse me. But I added some milk, and we're just mashing that together really, really good. I didn't add a lot of milk. I probably could have added more, but it was as smooth as I needed it to be because it wasn't mashed potatoes. It was just loaded potatoes, so it didn't need to be 100% smooth. Now that that's done, I am mincing my shrimp. I pulled off all the tails, and once I'm done with this, I'm going to put them into the same mixture with the potato and the cayenne and the cream cheese and the milk, and I'm gonna mash these shrimp into it. And yeah. Ooh, y'all, I almost forgot and add Parmesan. Parmesan was probably the best part of this. Alright, my love, so the sauce is done. I added Parmesan cheese and a little bit of cheddar cheese to this. As you can see, it's nicely melted together and it smelled amazing as well. But now we're gonna move back on to our potatoes. So I have added the Parmesan to this mixture, and now we're going to prepare to spoon them into the potatoes. Do not get me wrong. This part was probably the most challenging of all because the potatoes were very small. When I got home from the store, my mom told me that we had potatoes. I wasn't expecting them to be this small, but because they were really fragile and they were breaking, so I had to be really careful with that part. And this is how they came out. That one in the back was falling apart. Kind of sad, but oh well. Right up to now is where my counter started to get really messy and cramped. But as you can see, I put all the potatoes into a little foil pan, and I'm putting cheddar cheese on top. So when I pop them into the oven, they are going to melt. Well, not they, the cheese is going to melt. I'm just popping those into the oven, and in the meantime, I'm going to just tidy up, put the seasonings back, put whatever was in the fridge back into the fridge. And we're back to the frying pan. I am putting some butter in the pan and a little bit of that shrimp that we have left over that we didn't dice. We are frying those so that we can top, and then we're gonna saute the rest. So I'm just buttering my pan so I could rest the shrimp in there and let them get crispy. In a minute, y'all gonna see how things got crazy. The pan just started smoking. I think I had the stove on too high, but the whole house was full of smoke. Like, my mommy had to open the balcony door and my auntie opened the front door. It was just a lot going on, but at least it did taste good. Like, thank God it did taste good, because if I went through all of that for this not to taste good, I would have been so mad. But yeah, y'all see I threw in some mushrooms and then I added lime juice, and that was that. Alright y'all, so I just finished cooking everything finally. I'm gonna eat my food and then wash those dishes, then hop in the shower. But I put my food in the microwave because it got a little cold. But for what I taste from licking the forks and stuff, she tastes good. So I'll show you all those taste tests while I'm eating. I'm gonna start with a loaded potato on the side with the sauce on top. It's the sauce. And the sauce don't have any shrimp in it. The shrimp in no, y'all watch. Honestly, girl, I don't know why you was trying to talk while you was eating. That wasn't making no sense. But as y'all could see, I tearing up this food. That was too good. And I didn't get to record an outro for this video, but I love to tell y'all thanks for watching. So stay tuned for the next video. I love y'all.